And God had chose.
Just the other day, Pastor Glenn Germany was preaching at his typical church service when a gunman came in and pointed a gun at his head and pulled the trigger. But this time, something unusual happened.
Jesus!
This isn't the first time that this has happened, but more about that in a minute. The gunman, Bernard Polite, didn't seem to care if he was seen. He didn't try to hide the weapon. He just glided up to the front of the stage and pointed the weapon in the air as the pastor ducked out of the way. Then, by some odd coincidence or saving grace or angelic intervention, whatever you want to call it, the gun jammed. Polite then slowly lifts his leg over an obstruction and onto the stage to get a closer look at Glenn, whom was dodging the aim of the gun. Anyone that was trying to get away with something terrible, like what this man did to this pastor, would have tried to conceal their weapon until the last minute. Then once they realized it was jammed or it wasn't working, they would have quickly leapt into action at the target. But this boy did not. After Polite was apprehended, he said something very interesting.
This guy was just dealing with spirits, he said, and he came in and he wanted to shoot somebody. Now, how you defend that and be prepared for that, I don't know.
He said spirits made him do it. This isn't the first time that we've seen this type of behavior. And call it what you want, but hearing spirits is becoming all too normal, strangely. This isn't the first time something like this has happened, but keep watching because we're going to come back to the case of the pastor in just a moment. In 1988, Sharon Halstead killed her friend David Lynn Green because she believed angels were making her do it.
Sharon Halstead killed longtime friend Lynn Green and also shot Lynn's husband David and their 3-year-old boy Nathaniel. But why? In short, an angel made me do it.
Angelic entities who had been appearing to them for years, according to her diary and the other church members, were literally appearing to other church members in the Bible study, teaching them that people have dead souls that have died and their bodies have been taken over by demons, and they must be killed. If you want to learn more about that, you can watch the documentary called Beware of Angels by Chris Lang. Similarly, and closer to home, in 2019, Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell agreed to kill their spouses and their children, believing that there were demons inhabiting them after they were visited by what they thought was their dead loved ones.
My eternal friend Tammy Daybell has visited me on several occasions. She came to bring me peace and comfort.
Fallen angels appearing as dead loved ones is not an unusual thing for the spirit realm. In ufology, often experiencers see what appears to be their dead loved ones in visions of abductions. These apparitions of familiar faces are used to get the abductee to do abominable things. The Bible says to stay away from these kinds of spirits, calling them familiar spirits. It says, test the spirits by Jesus' name.
Pennsylvania State Police have charged 26-year-old Bernard Polite with attempted murder. Pastor Germany said Polite actually apologized to him. The pastor says he forgives him.
And he actually told me when he was in the car, these are the words he used. He said, "You ducked a taco today." That's what he told me. And I guess that's slang for you ducked a bullet, you know? But he said, "You ducked a taco today."
Some say this was mental illness, but I want to pass it off to you. What do you think this was? Do you think this whole situation was because he was mentally ill, or do you think it was some kind of demonic possession, or do you think it was some guidance by the spirits? I'll play the whole clip, the whole sermon clip, to see what you think if you leave a comment below, and like and subscribe this video for more strange information about your normal life, and I'll see you next time.
When you understand the truth and know the truth, it will actually cause you to praise. It will cause you to give thanks. When you understand what God has actually done for you. You were once in darkness. You were once on this side of the kingdom. You were enemies to God. You were in a whole different kingdom than God. And God had chose.
Jesus! Jesus!